wanted to be an actor as a kid. I mean, it was just something I always wanted to do. But it was something that I didn't think people actually really did. So it was something I admired and something I wanted to do. But I ended up, going to science and technology school and getting like a master's degree in psychology. But all the while I was like taking classes at the Groundlings and doing stand-up comedy and kind of like trying to figure out how to kind of be a normal person, but also how to pursue this dream. So I grew up in DC, ran away to Los Angeles when I was like 21, did some stand-up comedy and like tried to kind of dabble in acting a little bit. And then I started like producing and directing videos, documentaries, short-form documentaries for the federal government, and the Department of Agriculture in particular, in what was formerly the old motion picture office at the Department of Agriculture, which apparently John Ford actually did some time there, and there's still a mural on the wall that he had painted, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so I felt like I was in these hallowed halls of old school film, and that's kind of where I cut my teeth on filmmaking, was producing like documentaries for the federal government about Forest Service and food programs, and then I moved to New York to work for The Onion when they were starting the Onion News Network, and then that started like a kind of long path down doing web video for Washington Post Company and for Nerve.com and Babbel, which is a parenting website. So I kind of had a lot of dabbling that I was doing, but all the while kind of as a storyteller. And I was taking classes at the Upright Citizens Brigade and acting classes at the Labyrinth Theater, and I happened to be fortunate enough through Nerve.com to meet Joe Swanberg, who is a wonderful director and kind of in the mumblecore genre, where he was one of the kind of creators of that. And he really changed my life in an incredible way, because he invited me to make a movie with him in 2010 called Uncle Kent, which we made in about 6 days in LA for about $4,000, all improvised. And seeing the way he worked really inspired me to take kind of what I had learned from all of the video producing and directing I had been doing, and leverage that to make film. But anyway, the Joe Swanberg kind of miraculous story is that he made a movie for $4,000 that got into Sundance. And Joe Swanberg was a real game changer for me, and he, he really doesn't suffer for his art in the way that I think a lot of us do when we're trying to write something, and writing such an isolated experience and you feel so alone and it's this long slog. Like Joe really just makes things happen, and so to kind of see someone do that and get inspired by that was a big life-changing moment for me. And then I made several other improvised movies after that. One's called Red Flag, that was directed by Alex Karpovsky. Another movie called Polywog. So anyway, I just started luckily getting to make movies with friends, and so that's what I've been trying to make happen the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
I just started a movie in Los Angeles called Living Room Coffin. It's an absurdist comedy about a woman who receives a coffin in the mail and doesn't know why, and goes on a quest to figure out who sent it. So that was a lot of fun. I've got a couple of movies coming out at South by Southwest that I had little roles in. Uncle Kent 2, which everyone's been waiting for, and that was directed by Todd Rohal this time. So Joe Swanberg directed the first one, and then Todd Rohal the second one. And then Bob Byington's Seven Chinese Brothers. I have a couple of fun scenes with Jason Schwartzman in that. And then I'm writing and hoping to direct another feature this summer, doing something inspired by my divorced parents. My divorced parents have very much inspired me, so I'm writing about them, kind of a geriatric Parent Trap.